Aloha. It's your favorite friend with questionable character, Aloha Mr. Hand, coming to you this fine Saturday morning, courtesy of our friends at From the 108. And, of course, Jack Daniels. A little too early for it. I'll have some later. So, as you know, I continue to work on this never-ending pile of memorabilia I have. I know that's an exaggeration, but it sounds good to say. And wanted to do another edition of Collector's Corner just because I got some more stuff that I think is pretty cool that I think the people will like. So, with that said, here we go. So, the first couple things I wanted to show was in 2012, this man made an appearance at the Chicago Sports Depot store with another man who I will also show, and I just don't want to give away the names yet, to celebrate the 40th anniversary of the 1972 Chicago White Sox. In case you haven't heard, unfortunately, he left us the other day, R.I.P. Dick Allen, but I did manage to get this signed by him, a 1975 Topps card, and also the 1972 Topps card, which is significant because you could see that they just colored in the hat because he was traded to him during the offseason. But that was his MVP year. And that season, by him specifically, is also credited in some respects to have saved the White Sox, because there was a lot of talk about the Sox leaving. They were playing games in Milwaukee. The Brewers, at that point, had just arrived from Seattle, but in 1969, they were playing games in Milwaukee as well. So I wanted to share that. And also, the other person who was with them is someone who appeared on the White Sox Talk podcast the other day talking about Dick Allen, and that is Hall of Famer Goose Gossage. He was also there that day, and I've had this conversation with Goose, not to brag or anything, but I have played golf with Goose, and he credits Dick Allen, and he did this long before he was on that podcast, saying Dick Allen made him the player that he is by sitting him down, talking about him, how he would approach Goose from a hitter's angle and how hitters think and everything else. And Goose credits that with being the reason he was able to have a Hall of Fame career. And by the way, let me tell you, Goose is a great down-to-earth guy. The guy you saw on the mound is not the guy you talk to when he's off the field. And he even jokes about, he watches old video of himself and he scares himself with how he was. So wanted to share that. The next thing I want to share is, this is an autograph of a very controversial figure, but a very significant figure, and it's also on a very significant item. It is a 2005 World Series Champions Baseball signed by Jerry Reinsdorf. I managed to get this. It took me years to get this done, and I finally got him to sign it at Sox Fest about 3 years ago, I want to say. I had that sitting in my backpack, hoping I could get him to sign it. I think I got, actually, I take that back. I think I got it signed in 2019 by him. It was the last year at the Hilton is when I got it signed by him. It took a long time to track it down and get it done, but fortunately, I got it done. Next item, sticking to the Dick Allen theme, I should have went next with this, but whatever, is they handed this out in 1992 to celebrate the 20th anniversary of the Chicago White Sox 1972 team. You can see the date there. It's May 3, 1992. Make sure I got the right date. Yes, May 3, 1992. And I've been able to get this signed by Carlos May, Dick Allen, Belton Bill Melton, and Wilbur Wood. Unfortunately, I was unable to get Chuck Tanner before he passed away several years ago. But I've also had this, as you can see, PSA authenticated right here, certifying that all these signatures are valid of the people who signed them. And I do have the letter of authenticity on the backside here. So that's another piece I thought was really nice, and especially with the recent news about Dick Allen, I figured I'd share that. Next couple pieces I find are very funny, and they are related, if you will. The first is a 1982 White Sox program signed by Fisk, Luzinski, and old White Sox manager, new White Sox manager, Tony La Russa. I remember as a kid being so excited buying this at the 7-Eleven by my house on 63rd and Tallman. I believe it was Tallman is where it was. It was next to the video game arcade in a little strip mall that was two stores, the 7-Eleven and the video arcade. I remember getting that and just being so excited and poring over that and reading it and reading it and reading it nonstop. It's, I just enjoy the piece because I love the uniforms, and I just think it's fun to look at and remember the past. I mean, that was a team, they were pretty good. They had Steve Kemp as a one-year rental in the Chet Lemon deal with the Detroit Tigers. And of course, Lemon went on to the Tigers and won the World Series in 1984. And they had Lamar Hoyt started the season in the bullpen, but finished as a starter and would come to do bigger and better things the next year in 1983. And speaking of that picture, I also have a couple other things that I kept a little further away for obvious reasons because I was running out of space here. That the other two people who appear on the cover, Ribby and Rhubarb. Rhubarb, Ribby. Oh, the days. What are they? I have no idea. I think, frankly, they should bring them back when they do the Sunday 83 uniforms. I believe they should give Southpaw the day off and have Ribby and Rhubarb run. Ribby, Rhubarb. And have Ribby and Rhubarb walking through the stands. I tend to think that Southpaw is the spawn of Ribby and Rhubarb, but I have no way to prove that or anything else. Just a hunch on my part. The second to last item I wanted to show you is a 1983 playoff program from the White Sox, signed by several members of the team. Includes, you got Tony La Russa up here, Fisk standing out right there. Harold Baines is down here, and he signed in black for some reason. I don't know why. I can't remember. Luzinski, Floyd Bannister, Lamar Hoyt, the Cy Young Award winner right there. And of course, obviously, this is not complete, and it's going to be a challenge to get it complete, mind you. But I have all of my favorite players on there, and unfortunately, one more signature on here. Rest in peace, Kevin Hickey, right there. And again, that's something I've worked on for years, and getting different players at different points in time to sign it. So, one more item which I find really fascinating, and I found in an auction quite a few years ago, is this lineup card. Now you may ask what this is. This is a World Baseball Classic lineup card from March 8th, 2013. What's the significance of this? The significance is right there. Guess who that is batting? That's right, Jose Abreu. Just before, this was the season before, at the beginning of 2013, during the World Baseball Classic. That's what this lineup card is for. He signed with the White Sox in October of 2013. So this was probably one of his last games with the Cuban national team before he fled to establish citizenship someplace else so that he can come and play baseball in the U.S. I believe that's the chain of events and how they go. But yes, this is a Cuban Jose Abreu lineup card. There's also a couple other names on here which are of interest. Despaigne, no relation to the pitcher, and Gurriel. So it's really fascinating to think about it. And you look at some of the names on here and you're just like, wow, holy crap. And another name from the Netherlands team. Make sure I'm showing you the right one. There it is. Xander Bogaerts, right there. So I think that's interesting too. Like I said, I'm trying to go through all this stuff and just create a catalog of it so I know what the hell I have. But hope you enjoyed it. Take care, everyone. Have a great day. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year's. And with that, I'm out. Bang.